Welcome back to Two Homers and a Realist. It is the end of the spring season. We're here to talk about the outlook coming into the summer, what we saw in the spring game. I'm Steve.
Lucas.
Jay.
Tell you what, guys, I'm just going to say it. Quarterback controversy. Quarterback controversy is in the air.
Did you go to the spring
People are
game?
talking. I went to the spring game.
I was there.
Huh? Jay, did you go to the spring game?
Nope. Stat guy, did you go?
I went.
Stat guy was
Hey,
there.
Stat guy
was
got
there.
me.
He was there. So
Did in the end zone.
we saw it with our own eyes. And tell us, Lucas, what'd you see?
Well, we talked about it a little bit in a little short post game video. As I've had time to think more about it, if we're just talking quarterbacks now,
Just talking quarterback.
I mean, the best throw of the day was Whit Newbauer's very first throw.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know the yardage on it. I'd say, 35 yards over the shoulder. Perfect defense. I mean,
Yep.
Couldn't have been covered any better. He just dropped in a bucket.
Dropped it exactly where you got to drop it.
It's hard for the second team offense going against the first team defense because the way they had it set up was first team offense versus second team defense, and the second team offense against the first team defense. Now, the first team defense wasn't full strength because you had David Stone out, Jackson, Heineke.
Mm-hmm.
You had a couple blue jerseys out there. So it was like most of the one and a little bit of the twos were considered the ones,
Right.
which the second team is going against. Well, that defense is probably the top 20 defense in the country.
Yeah.
And you got your second string offense out there trying to go against the top 20 defense in the country.
Mm-hmm. A lot of
conversely,
yeah.
you got the number one offense going against the second and partial third defense, which would probably still be like the 60th ranked defense in the country.
Right.
So, of course, they were going to move the ball better. And the score showed that at the end. It was red team versus
Yeah.
white team.
Ones versus twos.
Red team dominated on the scoreboard.
Despite them getting the score wrong quite a few times.
Yeah, they had to change. And they were going with normal scores this time, 6 points for a touchdown, then the extra point, 3 for a field goal.
They weren't getting stops or whatever.
It wasn't.
No, none of that
Yeah,
stop
it wasn't
stuff.
like
None of
you
that.
force a punt, you get 2 points. It wasn't none of that crap. It was literally regular scoring. And then every now and then you'd see guys wearing the yellow jersey thing to show that they were the opposite color. They'd mix and match some stuff. But
get back to the point.
So on the quarterbacks, Mateer looked fine.
It's a fair assessment.
It looked like he had been working on his footwork,
Mm-hmm.
not as much throwing off his back foot.
Yeah.
Not as much sidearm.
No, I didn't
Bill
see
didn't seem
one
like
sidearm.
he was willing to throw the ball into coverage.
No,
But you don't want him throwing into like really good coverage.
Right.
But
You
he
want
also
but
didn't-
that's what Newbauer did.
yeah, Newbauer had a couple throws. That
It
were
wasn't.
in
It
coverage
was
with the
not
ball.
an ill-advised throw that just happened to work out.
Right.
It was everything about it. Was
He had
correct.
his guy by half a yard
Right.
and threw it over the top perfectly.
Yep.
And what sucks is there's no video footage of this,
Mm-mm.
unless maybe Sooners Group or somebody got it. I don't know. But obviously, John Mateer's the guy. It's fun and games. It's quarterback controversy because there's not. But I think Newbauer could be better than Hawkins.
Yes.
He doesn't have
So
the
you're saying
running.
Newbauer's number 2?
I think.
Newbauer's
Oh,
number two.
Newbauer's definitely
100%.
number 2 right now. No doubt about that.
Now, I was sitting next to a listener that said that he thinks Bentley will take over by Texas as the backup. I don't think so because he was getting flustered. Brent wasn't afraid to blitz that defense either. Like,
Yeah.
there was one where Boganowski, if he wouldn't have had a blue jersey, if Bentley didn't have a blue jersey on, he'd be in the hospital still because
Well, I
Boganowski.
heard Gabe and Teddy said that was like his first drop back, and Brent called like a double. he called a double linebacker safety blitz.
Yeah. He had no chance.
And it was the backup line, and
Yeah.
they're not picking up players.
Right.
And,
Yeah.
yeah.
But so he took the sack on that. That wasn't throwing. He threw
But that wasn't the only
three
mistake.
interceptions.
He looked.
Could have been 3.
He looked flustered.
Yeah.
He didn't. He looked very true freshman-y.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he's not going to be great or very good, but he's got a lot of work to do.
Yeah, I don't
And
think
Newbauer
he's
doesn't.
second. Yeah, I don't
No.
think he's second string. I think Newbauer proved that he can be the guy if you have to. He
Well, he's played a lot of football.
obviously
Yeah.
he's playing the first string defense, and he didn't really seem flustered at all to me.
I didn't think so
It
either.
seemed like he had command of the offense and like knew when to throw the ball away.
Yeah.
Um,
Now, what we don't know is like that play that for Bentley that Brent calls just an impossibly difficult
Right.
blitz. Maybe he's actually going soft on Newbauer because he wants to test Bentley and say you need to do all the work you can do to get up to that level. and he's trying to build confidence in another kid who's like, I need you as a solid number two until things progress. So I
But
don't
they
know.
still had, essentially I guess his kind of second string defensive line was playing first team
Uh-huh.
because PJ was out, Jackson and Stone were out.
Right.
So you essentially had second stringers playing the first team offense.
Mm-hmm.
So then you would have had, like I said, some third stringers
I think
playing.
the hardest part, yeah. I mean, without really looking into it too deep, who was his line? Who were his receivers? Who, I don't know.
I'll tell you who Newberry had in the backfield. There was no help whatsoever. Andy Bass.
Mm.
He did absolutely nothing. But again, they're going to compete against first team / second team defense. But the line wasn't producing anything running lane wise. So Newberry was essentially just having to throw it would be the only way they were going to move the ball.
Right.
And then when Bentley got his shot, it was a sack, 2 interceptions. Didn't look comfortable. Well, he still should be in high school. I mean, he literally graduated 6 months earlier or whatever. So I don't put that on him now saying, oh, he's not going to be the next best thing.
No, he shows that he's got the tools. He just
for now,
he's young.
It's Newberry.
So Mateer, the things that were sort of disappointing, I had in my negative column Mateer only from the standpoint of I'd like to see the progression be deeper than where it was at this point. He missed a wide open. It was a wide out, right? It wasn't a tight end.
The one where he
It was the
stepped
tight
out.
end, yeah.
Tight end and
Tight end.
south or north end.
I mean, I could have made the throw, and I'm not saying he just it was a typical overthrow.
It was a missed coverage. The tight end leaked out, and he was on like the 3 to 5
by
yard line
himself.
by himself.
And he throws it so high that it takes him out of bounds. He makes the catch. He's out of bounds at the 2 versus, and it's 2 more places
walking in
where
the
they
end zone.
get, versus walking into the end zone, which
Yeah,
that can be the difference in a
running
big
back.
game.
What's his name? Avant. He took it in 2 plays later.
He looked strong.
But that should have been a touchdown.
Sticking with Mateer, yeah, that should have been a touchdown. We saw a couple others that were like that, where just a little bit of a floater, a little bit of a high sailing pass. Didn't look to me. It's hard to see. I was in the end zone. It's a really bad seat, but it didn't look like he was really looking through any kind of a progression. It looked like he was just locking in and making a decision. A lot of sideline passes, which I don't know if that's him, if that's Arbuckle, what that is.
Yeah, I'm hating these 3 and 4 yards straight to the sideline.
And they were covered too. I mean, the defense did a great job blowing them up.
Because to me, the risk reward is not there.
You mean like a bubble screen, like a quick out?
Just
the Landry Jones quick out to the sideline.
The pick six,
Alabama interception for a touchdown before half.
Yeah.
Yes.
Those calls Arbuckle's making on those. The only positive that comes out of that is, you gain 3 yards, so it's essentially like a run play. But the risk involved of the pick six, or even like a receiver trying to stay in bounds and maybe bobbling it and they get intercepted, or just incomplete in general.
Fumble. It's an easy fumble.
The only upside to it is if the guy catches it and makes the corner miss, and he can run for 10 or 15 yards before safety gets over. Or, if there's nobody on that side of the field, maybe he takes it to the house. But the negatives outweigh the positives in that case.
Yeah.
And it seemed like we had 10 of those throws where it was just like, snap it.
Seems like we're going to that
the sideline, 3 yard, 4 yard pass. And they make the catch most of the time. But all it takes is for one DB to just be looking in and just get the jump.
I
don't think his arm strength.
That's the thing. I want a guy who
it's fine, but
has
it's not
decision making and arm strength that he's never going to put yourself in jeopardy there. That it's going to be a zip over there, and all then the positives can flow. And you're trying to keep him honest because that same guy's going to look deep and pump fake or do something later. But we haven't shown that yet.
Arbuckle didn't show last year. I can remember one time that we did like a pump fake on that pass, and then a guy snuck out behind.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember. I can see it in my head. It might have been on TV, and it was a away game, and they were going left to right. But it was one of those where he pump faked it in the red zone and threw it to.
I don't think it counts. I guess
maybe Centennial on like the 10, and he made a guy miss and scored.
Yeah.
But he really didn't set stuff up all season.
Yeah.
Off of that play.
And now maybe they are. Maybe they didn't get a chance to set it up because of where Mateer was and where everything hadn't gotten there.
Maybe, I don't know.
But they go to that too much to just say they're keeping a defense honest, because we can only keep them on so much. At some point, we got to actually try and do something. So that's a little bit of a negative on somebody. I don't know if it's necessarily Mateer, but
and we had the first team offense had the run game going.
Yeah, run game was
again,
good.
They're going against second.
That was in
defense.
my positives.
So you've got 3 running backs. Hatton looks the part, but didn't really show me a whole lot. I didn't think. Avant looked really good.
Really good. Really
and
strong.
What's the other kid's name?
Zephan Walker.
Zephan Walker.
Yeah.
He was the star to me. I think he finished with like 68 yards or something like that.
Like 10 yards of carry. Like
he was the one. So I think he was the one.
He reminds me of when what's the Walker that left to Wisconsin? Tawee Walker. He's not quite as thick up top, but his running style
actually
reminded me of Tawee Walker.
Except a little more burst.
Yeah.
So I saw, and I was going to say on the running game, the other positive was I felt like run blocking was good. They were opening up things, and it looked coherent, but even more coherent. And what you want to see in a running back was the running back was either hitting the hole fast, just get the ball, go, and he was going to a hole. He wasn't running into the back of his own player. Or on that one, I think it was Walker, we're both watching it, and he drifts along with the blocker, and then the opening, the gap comes there, and he just accelerates into it, just that quick, just like you want to see. It kind of looked like a Kennedy Brooks type of move where he's there. So that was a big,
and that should have been a positive for Mateer's offense,
well,
right?
And it didn't seem like
running scheme.
It didn't seem like as much help as the running game was. Mateer should have been able to throw mid to deep more,
right?
And he really never did.
Now, another thing that was positive, and Mateer's part of this was the tight end play. A lot of throws to the tight ends. They looked the part of tight ends. The routes they're running made sense. They showed strength. They caught the ball. They looked like they could do something with it. They looked like a real viable threat.
I didn't pay as much attention in the blocking aspect of the tight ends.
I didn't really either.
But essentially, I can't remember who was playing.
It
second team.
It had to have been well to run the football,
especially run outside.
And they ran. I mean, they ran two tight ends.
Body type, they do
quite a few times.
I mean, there's one guy that's kind of like Trent Smith size, where he's a little lean. Another guy's more like Mark Andrews looking, but probably not as fast. But
yet,
still good hands, and they were getting open. That was a big That was a big thing. Is they were actually getting open,
and they were getting
that's
balls
the second
thrown
team
to them.
defense that those guys are playing.
Those throws were good.
I don't remember a lot of the white team with Neubauer and Bentley throwing the tight ends, but the other white
was it that
Mateer side was a bunch.
It was a red guy that got. He goes to get hit. He lifts his legs and he gets down like he hit his head hard. It was a flip over. That was a guy in red, wasn't it? It was a tight end. Yeah, It was 81.
Yeah.
Was that Hansen?
I think that's Hansen. Yeah.
I think it was Hansen or Beers. I can't remember which number.
Yeah, I can't remember.
It was ugly hit.
I emailed you the depth chart thing,
Oh yeah.
So it was good to see no injuries. It was. I thought it was an overall grade. Have seen a lot of spring games and am old enough to realize you can't really tell much of anything from it, but I think you can look at it and see when there's something that's wrong. And I didn't see something wrong. I saw good, solid play. I saw good balance. I didn't see one side dominating. I didn't see any busts, any big.
No, the Satania one was a bust.
Well, not
75
that was
touchdown.
There was a guy right there on him, though. And it was just a good.
No, he had found a gap, but like the corner had kind of.
I don't mean a bust like that. I mean a bust like Satania against LSU.
It was Satania against a safety that
Missouri
was off to the side that didn't.
Yeah.
That wasn't close enough to make a play. Like Satania caught it.
Aside from that,
and then had to hit a slow down to catch it because Mateer didn't get it there.
That's true. He did.
That was into the wind.
That's a good point. It was into the wind.
And then Satania slows down and catches it, and then the safety's running across, and Satania just kind of does one of those start things and he runs by him.
We got tackled.
Then they call him down.
He got tackled
because whoever the defender was,
21, whoever 21 is,
had a blue jersey on. The defender had a blue jersey on.
So just by touching him,
so they said he was down, even though he got juked.
There's no way he would have tackled.
Nobody would have tackled.
He would not.
I don't care if it was Georgia, Bama. He wasn't getting tackled.
No,
that
was the only thing that was close to a bust. What I'm talking about
the tight end that he overthrew, there was nobody on him.
things are going to happen like that slipping out. I don't mean that. You're never going to be 100% perfect where it's just like a grind. I'm saying like it didn't just look sloppy where there was something
Right.
you could just exploit and some group didn't know what they were doing. There was none of that. It looked very contained. And knowing how good our defense is, the fact that and I know that we're putting up points against the second team, but we still were able to have offensive success against the strongest part of our team by far, which is the defense, top to bottom, first, second, third strings. So those are all
getting in the
positives.
spring game was easy.
Getting in was real easy.
No major lines.
So that's
only what do you think the estimate was? I was saying 25 to 30.
They have it on here.
They said 31, right?
31,407.
31, okay.
So,
Oh,
and I
that's
wouldn't,
what I
I wouldn't
said,
dispute
25,
that. Yeah, we both thought we independently
Yeah.
thought it was like 25, 30. So that definitely could have been the case. So what they had was, they had the same
They have the magnemometers or whatever
they're called.
instead of just the regular.
So they had the regular metal detectors off to the side, I guess, in case these broke. But the ones you go into OU Texas and you just walk right through and you just keep walking.
You have your phone and all the other.
Yeah, everything stays in your pockets. You just keep walking and so it's a lot faster. Now that you get to the kiosk where you've got to use the stupid app to try and get in, of course, that was,
We went in the northwest corner and they had 4 of the phone kiosks and 2 people, like one guy was watching these 2 and one guy was watching the
so
other
it looked
2.
a little bit of
And
improvement.
it was an improvement, but again,
just the metal
you're
detector
talking
change is
third as many people.
But hopefully they have more of them because there was only 1 at that gate versus 2 lines. So if you have those, if you're not having to take stuff out of your bag and your pockets,
And we walked in 5 minutes before
that's
kick.
huge. That'll be a big improvement for the fan experience
Maybe
going in.
10 minutes before kick.
About 10.
Probably
Yeah.
10, yeah.
Really beautiful day. That was nice.
Yep. A little windy.
All that was good. Yeah, not just a little.
We were in the north end zone with the wind block, so that was nice.
Yeah, I couldn't tell. I couldn't see anything. So just sun in my eyes and other negatives or anything else that was a big or notable? What?
Grayson Miller's punting.
He kicked,
Jacob Ulrich's.
he kicked one that I don't know if
Petty.
made it past the line of scrimmage.
Well, it made it as far into the stands as it did past the line of scrimmage.
I think it was a 20-yard punt. So
really bad.
That was a 20-yard punt?
Yeah, 20, yeah.
Yeah.
Would they give him the punt past?
They
the
give him
kick
distance
thing?
from the punt.
Yeah,
Past the line of
right.
scrimmage.
No, I don't buy it. It was bad.
It was bad.
Now the field goal kicking really good.
Yep.
Freshman field goal kicker looked great.
We have another lefty kicker.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
gonna be confusing.
Trace Rudd, he missed from 58, but it was almost there.
And
that
then,
was in the wind.
and then the one that was with the wind, but
And then
it could have been good from
No,
72.
that was the one into the wind.
No, I'm
It
talking.
was 57 that he missed into the wind.
yeah,
Okay.
yep.
And the 58 he
That was a
made
different kid that
And then Liam Evans,
Yeah,
made
Evans, yeah.
50. That
51.
would have been good from
would have been
60.
from 60.
Yeah.
and hit
It was
3/4 way up the net in the south end.
it was impressive.
That's the kid from Moore, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
So that was
He
really
was the
good
right
to see.
yes.
Yeah. So
And then, of course, you got
that's good.
the guy that finished in the top. Or did he win the?
He won,
Oh, he won the Groza,
and then decided to miss
and
it.
then decided in the playoffs I'm going to choke.
Yeah. Ouch.
So I mean,
The team
we got to find a punter.
Yeah.
We didn't have to punt.
We're not gonna have to
No,
punt.
Ulrich was fine.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he was good.
Yeah,
He was
but
good.
Miller just like
We're not gonna have to punt.
Yeah.
We're just gonna go for it or not even do
Well,
4 downs.
turnovers.
Just touchdowns.
Plenty of turnovers coming this season.
I doubt it. I don't think so. I think it's gonna be a low.
Who got the ball stripped out of their hands? Was it a tight end?
that was a tight end.
That wasn't a
I
fumble
think it
though.
was Hanson.
Was that a fumble? I don't think they ruled it a
I
fumble.
think it was.
I think
I thought he was down. Or am I thinking of the time he got hit? Hit the ground so hard and that caused a
I think
fumble.
you're thinking of that.
Regardless, don't put the ball on the ground.
Yeah, no.
Don't give him.
He was
chance.
down.
Don't give him a chance to screw us on replay.
I don't care how hard you hit your head on the turf.
Yep, hang on to that.
Break
ball.
your neck. So, all in all, it wasn't you didn't see the one thing I'd love to see that you didn't see was a superstar quarterback where you just feel like this guy is going to be in complete command. We're going to have some work done. We're going to have a lot of support to make sure that we have a good offensive season. I think he can get there, but it's not Baker Mayfield.
I
For
feel
sure.
like outside of those stupid 3 or 4 yard sideline passes, Arbuckle did a good job.
Mm-hmm.
And incorporating the tight end more and actually trying to run the ball differently.
Yeah.
Was an improvement.
I agree.
So
I agree with that.
if we could keep our offensive line healthy, then you got 4 or 5 running backs.
Yeah.
I mean, both our starters weren't there. And the 2 transfers and a freshman.
Two freshmen.
Walker is a freshman.
Avance from Colorado State.
Right. Is Walker
And the
a
other
freshman?
2 are true freshmen.
Okay.
So you got McCullough already making an impact. I mean, it looks really good.
And Witten.
And obviously Witten making
Yeah,
an impact. So low bar.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Low bar to be better than Joe.
But he's still very good.
I mean, 2 of the tight ends have SEC experience,
Yeah.
and the third one played like 3 full seasons of Colorado State.
Yeah.
So that's all around
compared to
positive.
Kanik.
Yeah.
Defensive side of the ball, nothing spectacular except
Okoye
was
really good.
he was in on a bunch of tackles.
Yeah. Yeah, he was
Again, it's easier against the second string O line because he's a man child. So now is he in his second year or third year? Is he a sophomore?
I bet he was a red.
You think he's a redshirt sophomore now?
Gonna say
Redshirt sophomore?
Yeah.
Okay. So he's got 3 years left.
I just want to know
A beast.
who was playing against him in the Oklahoma homestead.
Oh, yeah. Not fair.
A nightmare.
Not fair.
That's a nightmare. Yeah,
Well, it's like Ronell Lewis. What was it, Ronell Lewis back in the day?
playing 8-man football.
Playing 8-man football in
in like
eggs or wherever.
Dewey or wherever
Yeah.
he's from. Yeah.
Destruction.
Yeah.
Well, you mentioned the second string off O line. Shout out to friend of the pod, Ace Hodges. He looked very solid, number 65. I did not see him miss a block when he was in. I was watching him very specifically. Picked up his man, told another guy where to be on another one. He looked really good. Very, very glad to see that. But no,
I think we've got, they brought Boj in, started at guard, moved to tackles a couple series in, I want to say. It's nice to have somebody that can flex. Do we have a backup center? I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it's
I did notice
Noah Bass.
I did notice the white team, which would have been the second string offense. There were some low snaps, but also
Yeah.
Neubauer's 6'6", so maybe
True.
all the snaps to him are low. I don't know.
True.
But that's something you got time to correct, obviously. And you hope that Michael is not missing plays this year.
Yeah.
He got hurt last year.
Well, that'll be
So-
a key. I mean,
But
staying
who
out.
do we have to move over? Who did they move over last year to center at the end?
The kid in the draft.
Left guard.
From North Texas.
We were.
Yeah, Tabechi.
So he's gone. So you don't have that as an option to plug in at center if you have to.
Yeah, you hope you get something developed there
Yeah.
because if history's any guide, you're going to need at least a few moments of some help.
Yeah, it's not like you're moving EPL to center or something like that if Michael goes down.
No, I don't see that.
think.
I don't see that. No,
So
I feel like a Nila
that would shock me.
Katati or something.
Recruited Matata?
Yeah, that's what.
Neely Katani, he played like 10 years ago.
Well, his name's something. Like
Neely Katani
You have a
he
sound
was a
like
defensive
third
tackle
bar?
10 years ago. I
Here's
feel like.
here's a Daniel. I can.
not knocking Kumi.
No, he's a left. He's a tackle.
Would it have been like first team or
No,
No,
yeah, he's injured. I used to have the general roster.
it'd be in
no?
the
This is
70s.
the
Oh, that's the
Spring
depth
game
chart.
roster.
Oh. There's someone that's injured who I think I can't think
Gotcha.
of his name, but
Nita?
I think
Okay.
he's the backup
Is it Nita?
center.
I think it will be interesting to see what happens on the O line because I feel like we had 6 main guys out there for the first team.
Yeah, because Ozeta
Yeah,
was
Osea's.
swapping in.
Yeah, so
And
Probably need 8.
yeah, you probably do. I would be a little optimistic that the tight end play will help all across the board because those guys won't be getting as much wear and tear and won't have to be doing as much stuff.
Well,
They
you got
can
people. You
center
got
on
3
their
guys that are bigger than blanking on his name. Transfer from moved over from linebacker.
Oh,
Panic.
Canick, yeah. So you got 3 tight ends that actually
Right.
tight end bodies
Right.
as opposed to Canick.
Well, I mean,
So that's going to help.
Beers is small at like 6'5", 250 or something.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean the other two are.
So all of that should help a lot. That should be able to
And then
provide a lot of
supposedly,
support.
you know, I don't know how true this is, but when your offensive line is moving to make blocks,
Uh-huh.
there seems to be less
Injury.
injuries than just
Standing still.
holding up your guys and
Steve.
people rolling into
Rolling
you and
over,
all that
yeah.
kind of stuff.
Yeah. Bumping into each other backwards. Absolutely.
Well, let's hope if they run more outside zone that that's the case.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, how great would it be GT Jack or GT anything counter
Yeah.
when you've got, you know,
EPL releasing down there.
yeah, EPL and Fasusi or even Foj. And who's the right tackle?
Oh, the Arkansas kid. Blanking on
Hard
names.
time remembering names this part of the year.
Harris? Marion Harris?
Yep, Marion Harris.
So,
Well, let's transition. Let's shift gears to NFL draft. It's coming up. Is it this weekend?
It's tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
first round.
Starting tomorrow?
We won't have anybody tomorrow.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, it starts on Thursday.
Probably not. You could
Or
maybe
Mason Thomas.
see
like
Mason
30.
Thomas going to like a Super Bowl
Yeah.
team type deal,
Yeah.
something. But
That
I mean, getting guys out there and spreading them around the league always helps recruiting.
absolutely.
it's our best. You know, if everyone that went to combine can get drafted, I think Kanak will have a hard time.
Yeah.
Who else? I think everyone else should probably get drafted.
How many is that?
We
Was it
I think we have 8 to
I thought it was
10.
eight. Yeah.
I
I think we had 10.
Really?
We had 11 at the combine.
First J, Holton.
I mean, Halton and
Our Mason Thomas.
R. Mason Thomas are probably the first two in off the board.
Yeah, Holden really did well for his draft stock and the Senior
yeah.
Bowl type stuff.
And then,
Weewu.
yeah, depending on who needs to, he'll probably be the third guy. RSJ will probably be the
RSJ will
fourth
go, yeah.
guy.
You know,
Because he tore it up. Like
Burks?
Burks could because his combine was insane.
Burks should go before
But-
RSJ, I think.
But Burks is just that. You know, they're
Why
going to be
didn't he
watching. Like,
perform?
what's the production?
Yeah.
Like you
Where did you ever
tested it
perform?
out of the gym,
Right.
I mean,
and
it could just be like, look at we didn't have an offensive line enough to run
Yeah.
it deep, which is what he's there to do.
Mm-hmm.
And
quarterback getting it to him.
yeah,
Marvin Jones, Dominic Williams, Kendall Daniels.
Dominic Williams.
I don't know if he'll get drafted or not.
I
Isn't that
bet,
something?
I bet he's a 6th rounder.
Yeah, those guys are all at like that.
Yeah, I bet it's about it. 6-rounder. But isn't that something? As big a deal it was when getting him and
GCU.
all
Well,
American.
it's because of where we were at defensively.
Yeah.
But he was highly coveted. I mean,
Yeah.
Texas wanted him bad.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he was like the number 2 or 3 defensive tackle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Transfer portal.
Oh no, he was
It's
good.
incredible.
It's just for us, it was just
Yeah.
like, oh,
You get out like Georgia,
Yeah.
Texas for him.
we can get a player.
And then to see where we brought the entire floor up to.
oh yeah, it's
Yeah, when it
Just
was him
incredible.
and true freshman Jackson starting next to each other.
yeah.
Mhm.
It's like, dang, Jackson's as good as Williams, you know, and he's in his 3rd year, and
Yeah.
Jackson's in his 1st year, you know.
Yeah, that's
But
awesome.
I guess did Jacoby Johnson go to the draft?
No,
no,
he's not. He's probably the third corner.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
So it's going to be a strong draft class from a playoff team, yes, but
that's something we can talk about on defense. Guillory is a dude.
yeah,
He's the guy that's got the attitude that you want at that position. That thinks he's the man. He's Dion, you know,
yeah,
college Dion out
right.
there.
As long
And
as
he
he
backed it
stays
up.
smart,
He backs it up.
yeah,
He doesn't take crazy chances, but he just sticks on guys.
yeah,
and he makes tackles.
yep,
He's not a guy that's like going to just dive at the legs with the shoulder.
right,
Like it seems like he really likes hitting people, and which is rare. You know, that's more of a safety thing. It's rare for a corner,
mm-hmm.
but he likes tackling.
Yeah.
and he likes shutting people down.
Oh,
And he's good. at it.
I think it costs us a pretty penny to keep him, and it'll cost us a pretty penny again.
Mm-hmm.
Like for 3rd season.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
but
But it's worth it.
he shuts down his side of the field. And when you've got Eli on the other side, I don't think he's as good as Guillory, but he's really good.
He's really good though.
He's hampered a little. He plays about as good as you can for being 5'8" or 5'9".
And we also haven't seen him be like 100% healthy the whole time he's been here either.
I mean, he's still really good. But I mean,
Yeah.
if he was 6 foot, he'd probably
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, how tall's Guillory?
he's probably 6'1" or something. I'm sure his arms probably got a 6'4"
Yeah.
wingspan.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Now that is a strength. That's really good and just complements a great defense that doesn't.
Yeah, this
miss a
time
beat.
next year, I mean, if Stone and Jackson come out, Lewis will come out, Heineke will be out. I mean,
How about Heineke walking into
Peyton
Maine?
Bowen will
That
be
was
out.
awesome.
There's a lot to replace after
Reggie
about
Reggie
Towers
will
will be. He won't leave.
Is he not a junior this year?
No.
This- oh,
He's probably redshirt sophomore this
I
year.
think he's a redshirt sophomore.
Okay. But
But I don't think
you
he's
could
gonna
lose like
leave.
6 starters next year
Yeah.
on defense.
The thing is,
That
we're
would be draftable people.
How about
we're
Boganowski? Do you have one more?
He's
probably a junior.
this year. So when we're talking about NFL draft again,
we're gonna have back-to-back seasons of
next
great
year
drafts.
if
for
you
sure.
if you have defense guys, you're looking at 6 or 7, and then offense. I mean, it'll be Mateer, Satania. You hope. Well, Fasusi just he's a
No,
sophomore
just
this
be a
year.
sophomore.
Jay's a sophomore.
Well, you could have Michael,
Michael,
Was
EPL.
the kid,
I don't know if he gets
the Arkansas
drafted.
kid, probably.
It depends on the
So
season.
I mean, you could have 4 or 5 offensive guys next year go.
You could have.
So yeah, you'd be looking at
Mhm.
12,
13,
13 guys
13.
next year. Yeah.
Yeah,
But we're
reloading.
reloading.
Yeah, we're
finally.
top 5.
That's what it seems like.
27 recruiting.
And especially we'll see what happens on offense, but on defense, if they need to plug into a position and there's a guy out there to go get, where else are you going to play?
Yeah.
We'll be able to attract anybody and compete with anybody on the defensive side.
And the bright side of losing stars, going to the NFL is the money they're making is somebody you can bring in. You mean you got money to bring people
Immediately
more
bring
in.
people in.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, they
They're not
said
graduating a dud.
Well, they said
Yeah.
just material alone. I mean, they're talking about it's freeing up like $5 million next year.
They paid him $5 million. He jobbed us.
I'm just saying that apparently it's going to free up some.
Yeah.
I bet it's. I would think
Anytime
the
you have
under
a
on
starting
5, but I bet
quarterback-
it's above
heard about 3.
2.5 or 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was 3.
Well,
That's
maybe
a number.
5 over 2 seasons, but
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is. Yeah. Mothra here trying to attack us.
I think too. I'm trying to think of who the portal guys were last year. They didn't really. They weren't bad, but they weren't great. But
Yeah.
Nagy and them didn't really have a time frame for it.
Right.
The ones that they had there all season
Mhm.
to find, it looks like every guy they picked is going to be playing
Mhm.
and knows how to play.
Yeah. So no duds like what's his face running
Ott.
back. Ott. No more Otts.
I hope.
I don't.
How many years left does Avant have?
Ott's going to get drafted. That's the thing. He's
There's
going to get
another
drafted.
guy.
Yeah.
He's going to get drafted, and he's probably going to do great.
Yeah, but he says
He's not going to do
he
great.
says he's going to claim Cal.
I'll call it right now. He's not going to
If
do
he-
great.
Who knows?
If he was ever the starter on Monday Night Football.
We'll never know.
Said he's claiming.
I don't care what he claims.
We'll
And
never. We'll
actually,
never.
I might prefer that.
I agree.
We'll never know what happened.
I'll predict he will not be.
Alt has 1 more year after the
Okay.
2 years technically.
Gotcha.
I want to know.
I'll say he's a dud. I'll call it my prediction. He's going to be a dud.
Fine.
Might not make a roster.
If he didn't have the head to play at OU, he doesn't have the head to play at the NFL.
I'm
Now,
just saying. I don't
maybe
know.
it's-
We don't know what it
maybe
was. No one knows what it
Yeah.
was.
Maybe it was just
It's
None
true.
of us know what it was.
Marco's a prick and didn't want to.
Yeah,
Could be
that is the
DeMarcus
thing.
Proved that with
That is
Tommy
the thing.
Walker.
Had it been McCullough, then I would even more confidently say it's all Ott and he ain't going to be any good.
Yeah.
But maybe it was a DeMarco thing. And so maybe. But
It might have been one of those things where they didn't think he was mentally there when he came in, and then when he proved that he wasn't injured,
mhm.
and then by then it's game 2 or 3, and then DeMarco's just like, nope, you're on my bad side, so screw you.
Well, I know the first 2 weeks of camp or whatever before he got hurt. After he came in,
They were raving about it.
they were talking about All American.
Yeah.
Like an All American running back.
So what
So
happened?
what happened?
What happened?
What happened? So
I mean, that
It sounds to
small
me like
extra injury
when
that he
got
had.
when he got that little extra injury that DeMarco just thought he was soft and was just not going to play him. Is what it sounds like to me.
I don't
don't
know.
know.
I can't
It
explain
seems
any of it.
so hard for Brent and for
Yeah, it's an
Nagy.
indictment of those guys.
No, but all of them to just be like, all right, DeMarco, whatever. It don't matter that we.
Yeah, paid $1 million.
He did it with Tommy Walker, where he ran him out of town, and
Yeah, but
he
we
was the
didn't
best
pay-
running back on the squad.
Yeah, but we didn't pay him $1 million
Yeah,
to come here
And have-
and all the negative press.
Deporting.
Everyone's wanting to know what the heck's going on with this
Yeah.
situation. So it's just hard to believe that they
I
would let
agree.
DeMarco have that much say, especially when you're limping
Yeah.
into the playoffs. If
Right.
you have a star running back that
with
can
a running
play,
back problem.
yes,
Yeah.
like
You got a guy with an ankle injury and a guy with a shoulder injury,
Yeah.
and you're running him out there against Alabama in the most meaningful game played on that field in
Yeah.
a decade.
Doesn't make sense.
Nope.
unless he's just shut it down at that point, where he's like, I'm not going
Right.
to get hurt for you for
That-
one OU playoff.
I
game.
mean, that's what Barnes essentially did. He was like, I've got my 4 games in. I know I ain't going anywhere the rest of the
Yeah.
season. Like, I'm not going to make. You've proven that I'm not going to be the difference because the other 2 guys.
Mm-hmm.
But that doesn't explain why Barnes didn't play in the playoff game.
No,
just going to
exactly.
count against you. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was shocking to me because I thought for sure with the other 2 guys having nagging injuries, that at least Barnes at worst could have got in there for pass protection.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe you just hand the ball off like 3 or 4 times. And if he gets 12 yards on those 3 or 4 carries, but he's made 4 really good blocks to give Mateer more time, then he's worth playing.
And he can't be that afraid of an injury possibility.
You wouldn't think.
That would be, I mean, and if so, then they need to change the
Where did he end up
compensation so that those guys get
Who?
incentivized to play.
Barnes.
Kentucky.
Kentucky, yeah.
Yeah, we had a couple people going. But
No, was it Kentucky? I think it
I'm
was.
pretty sure.
Yeah. He'll probably have like 600 yards this year.
Oh yeah, yeah, for sure.
boy, we play them. So
Where'd DeMarco go?
Kansas City Chiefs.
Oh yeah, the Chiefs. I knew it. Yeah, I knew it was NFL. Yeah, we'll see
What's
where that
funny
goes.
is they don't have who's their quarterback?
The Chiefs.
Yeah.
Mahomes.
No, Mahomes is out.
No, Mahomes is out.
He
Yeah.
tore his ACL. He's out for a year.
Who's
Who's their backup?
Did Wentz go back? Where? Who was it?
Mhm.
Was
I
it
don't-
Wentz back?
They might have a really rough season.
Yeah, the running backs are going to have a rough season because there's going to be nobody to be scared of at quarterback.
Yeah.
Probably.
Oh,
Yeah.
they signed Justin Fields.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Got to worry about him running more than you got to worry about him throwing.
Bail out the running game.
So it'd be funny if DeMarco's running backs have like
Mhm.
half the amount of rushing yards they
Yeah.
only have or something.
Well, here we are. It's the end of spring practice. We got the long dog days of summer coming. What are we just holding our breath, hoping to get through? What are anything we're worried about? Anything you think might happen? And this is a team that I don't have a lot of fear that you're going to get misbehavior. That can happen anywhere, but I have a lot of confidence that these guys are about as good a guys as you can get, and it's a good, cohesive program of everybody's got the main thing's the main thing. So anything we're worried about, go.
I mean, no, I was going to say, the first team offense was missing 2 other starting wide receivers that we got. in the
Right,
portal
yeah,
too.
right.
So,
Good point.
just it's always injuries.
Yeah,
Always.
some weird thing that happens. Some
You can't-
summer drill,
You can't lose Fasusi. You
No.
can't lose your quarterback, obviously.
and that's really rare on a lineman in the summer.
can't lose. I guess I'm thinking fall camp.
Fall camp, yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what about Sasusi. He's protecting himself, not taking any chances. He rides the scooter around campus to get to class.
Does he?
Yeah.
What's
I've seen
scooter?
him
What do you
multiple
mean?
Times.
What do you mean he rides the scooter?
Like the electric scooters.
No,
That you-
Yeah,
those
you
are
don't want him
dangerous.
on-
No,
you don't want him on the scooter.
Looking
Well,
scooter.
he's not taking any chances stepping in the wrong place. Or anything.
no, he's taking chances. He's going to have a concussion or going to have a fall.
I saw this guy one time going down campus corner with a bunch of donuts in one arm and
Hey,
a scooter in another.
That guy,
and then
the
he came up to the
brakes
stoplight and he
didn't
like
work.
lost it.
The brakes didn't work, and so I had to ditch, or I was going to go into oncoming traffic, which included a police
And
officer.
it didn't include police officers.
So-
We fix scooter injury people all the time.
Yeah,
It's
scooters,
normally older people.
scooters are dangerous. Yeah, the young people do the stupid
So I
stuff.
guess next time you see Fasusi, be like,
Young
hey, bro.
Yeah.
He's got both hands on, looking straight ahead.
Well, they need to have a
Focus.
governor on that thing, and maybe his size does it, but he goes like 4 miles an hour. Like, I don't want him. He needs to be wearing the Guardian on that thing.
It
Yeah.
was today, ACL not too long ago. If I could 13-year-old trying to do a wheelie on one of them.
Oh,
On a motorized one?
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
jeez.
Well, that's not great news.
Yeah. Yeah.
People put their foot down.
But man on the street, that
Try and
guy.
help stop faster,
Oh,
and their foot grabs and twists them.
yeah.
Right.
So nothing I can think of that I'm sitting here. I'm not, it's just not Georgia. I don't feel like we're going to have like 10 DUIs and a couple other traffic incidents.
They're not DUIs. They're 100 miles an hour into the 40 zone.
Yeah.
That's what they do. Record
Crazy
driving.
stuff. Crazy stuff. So it'll be interesting to see. It's going to simmer down, but it's going to accelerate with all the stuff that we need to be prepared for in the season. We got some drama. We got Lane Kiffin, Mississippi. That's going to be just all kinds of back and forth trash talking. You got Lane Kiffin in general with LSU to see if he can actually pull this thing off and be competitive. I think he's a good coach, but he's had one really good season that he didn't finish. And he's had another
last year they went
pretty good
10
season.
and 2.
Well,
right?
that was a really good season.
Yeah, that was
the year they missed the playoff.
They were
3 years
9.
ago.
They
They
were
went
9-3, weren't they?
And
9 and 3.
And the thing
Yeah.
with last year,
They were battling with Alabama and South
In
Carolina.
Tennessee, I thought they were 10 and 2 that season.
and the thing with last year is, I know he went out and got him, but he kind of great quarterback fell into the lap.
dumb luck. Yeah.
Great quarterback, the Arizona State kid.
No.
No, Shanley.
Oh, you're talking about last year.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about going to LSU this year.
no.
No.
I mean, because that was that they brought him in as a backup quarterback.
Yeah.
That wasn't even good for the guy.
Mhm.
And then all of a sudden he gets out there and he's like, "We got ourselves a gamer."
Now, we play them here again this year.
Yes, here again. Yeah.
That's gonna be tough. Our
think-
schedule is.
I think the
I don't think
schedule's-
it'll be that tough.
I think the schedule's it's
I think
The
Pete Golding.
schedule's tough, but
Pete Golding's a really good coach.
he's a good coach.
We were debating bringing
it's
him in
Mississippi.
when
They're not that deep.
were we looking at him as head coach before we hired Brent, or was it
no. We were trying to get Golding from the Grinch era.
okay? Imagine how good we'd be with a Golding defense and a Lincoln offense.
Good.
It'd probably still be going right now.
That's champion. Yeah, that's championship.
Unless
Yeah.
Golding took a head coaching job somewhere
Right.
before.
Well, you'd have some championships before that. So,
Yeah.
yeah. So it'll be a tough schedule. It's going to be interesting to see what USC can actually put together. He's claiming it's championship season time and with the Trojans. Got a lot of new coaches, a lot of new faces and places. That'll be interesting to see how it goes. Indiana,
OSU might be fun to watch.
OSU might be
Here.
fun to watch. Can Indiana keep it going? I'm gonna take the under on Indiana just because expectations are so high and that's hard to keep that
I
rolling.
know all head coaches have pressure, but I don't think Lane's had this kind of pressure.
Not this kind of crazy either.
No.
I mean, that's crazy pressure, and I do emphasize crazy.
Well, who did he take over for USC? Was it Carroll, or did he take over like Clay Helton or something?
No,
Was it Sark or Helton? Sark? Was it when Sark was drinking?
Helton got fired and Lincoln got his job,
Okay,
and
so when Pete Carroll went to the Seahawks, who took over that? Was that
it's
Kiffin
Sarkisian.
back then?
Oh, was that Kiffin? That was
Yes.
Kiffin.
Yeah.
That was Kiffin.
That's a lot of pressure. He took over
Yeah.
a guy that just won a national championship. The 03 one does not count.
that doesn't come close though. That doesn't come close.
I mean,
That's USC.
Not in fan fervor, but pressure taking over a team that won a fake
I
national
agree with
championship in
that.
03 and then actually won one in 04.
I agree.
He took over in like 05 or 06, I want to say. Or no, because
It's probably a
05
couple
would be when they
seasons.
lost to Texas.
Yeah.
So when did Carroll leave? 06 or 7?
9.
Oh, 9?
09.
Oh,
Yeah, and he had
I was thinking he took over right
a
after.
couple difficult seasons. So
And then Lane was 10 to 13.
Okay.
yeah,
I was thinking he took over.
I mean that's
after
not
the
that hard.
Texas loss.
That's not. I
The
mean,
thing is, LSU, I mean, what they went through to get him and
Yeah.
what it's done to an interconference opponent and all this other stuff, the pressure is immense. And LSU is talked about how much they're going to spend and how much they have spent, and it's win now. Like it is to win now.
Oh, absolutely.
LSU is not
No tolerance.
3 years down the road with Lane Kiffin.
They want it right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be a lot of pressure. And it's SEC and it's kind of SEC on steroids, right? Because the fan base is irrational. They don't just want winning now, they want it to look good. Their tolerance for anything but excellence is going to be really low. So that's going to be tough.
I mean, they fired 2 coaches 2 years after the national championship, right? Or was it 3?
What do you think 9-3 will do for LSU?
9-3 missed the playoffs.
Not enough.
Not enough.
Not enough.
Not enough.
No.
They'll be
I mean,
disappointed.
I mean, it won't be like a hot seat or anything.
No.
Oh, they'll be disappointed.
It'll be disappointed.
Yeah, it'll be concerned.
But they'll be like, well, he needs
Yeah.
a couple years to get his guys in. It'll be one of those
I don't think
things.
anybody says that.
I think it'll be like you got to get your stuff
I
going.
don't think they're fans.
What's ever short of hot seat, that's what it'll be. Yeah.
I mean, they have a relatively like middle of the road SEC schedule, but it still has at Ole Miss, A&M, Bama, and Texas, and back-to-back weeks.
So
Not the easiest thing ever.
that makes me think I want to talk about
Do we
Texas.
play LSU this year?
No,
We do not.
no. Texas, I think they're set up for disappointment. They are kind
The
of
Heisman winner?
penciled in as the Heisman winner,
They'll probably
the
preseason
conference
number 1 again.
champion, preseason, if not number 1, top 3. And it's hard to live up to that period. And I think there's holes in that lineup. So that's going to be interesting. That could be a difficult situation for Sark. I don't know what the rumors, if there was any
In
substantiation.
a way, I wish
behind
I
those.
wish I knew more Texas fans just
Yeah.
for this reason,
No
because honestly, you can look at their resources and their recruiting classes under Sark, and they've barely achieved more than us.
Right,
They have
right.
a playoff win against Arizona State that
Right.
they probably almost shouldn't even have won that game.
You shouldn't have won the
against.
game. Yeah, referees.
So, like, as a Texas fan, it's pretty mediocre what Sark's done. I don't.
If it wasn't
I mean, they
Texas,
complain, they've beaten us 3 times or whatever.
Yeah.
that's really it.
Other
That's
than that,
really what they've got.
I mean, they were preseason number 1 last year, win the whole damn thing, and fell flat on their face.
Yeah.
So, trust me, if that's us, that everyone's just looks at us as the most overrated team there's ever been in mankind.
We have higher standards. Texas gets self-satisfied. But even with that, I think that era of being self-satisfied, if nothing else, it's tested by the fact that you can't do what they did for years and years, especially when we were down in the latter half of the Big 12, which is win a lot of games. You're going to get beat in the SEC. So what was a 9-3 in the Big 12, that could be a 6-6 in the SEC.
I mean, if they miss the playoffs again, I mean, if you're 0-2 and making the playoffs and you have
And you're
the greatest
preseason number
quarterback in
1,
the history of mankind
Yeah.
on your football team, I mean,
Yep.
I don't know.
I love it.
This is last year, right?
No,
No,
he's a junior.
Because he
He's a
could
junior.
have gone pro this year.
he didn't redshirt, did he?
He's a redshirt.
Oh, we did redshirt.
So
Yeah,
he's a redshirt junior.
He's
this
a
yeah,
year.
he's a
redshirt
redshirt
junior.
junior this year. Yeah.
But they say he's going to stay the whole time.
We'll see.
I mean,
It
that's what
depends
his
on how good he is.
uncles and stuff say.
I think he will because I don't think he's that good.
I think he's way better than I thought he was going to be coming in, and what he showed, like when he
agree.
Well,
failed viewers a little bit.
I'll say-
agree.
Last year he knows how to play ball.
No, he
I'll
does.
say they did do it perfect because he sat for 2 full seasons
Right.
and watched somebody else play,
Right.
which no one of his caliber does anymore.
Yeah.
And I don't know that anyone will moving forward.
But it may have been necessary. You say of his caliber. I don't think he was of his caliber 2 years ago.
Not in private school Louisiana when he was literally the best player on the field every game.
I'm just saying when
They
you're
still weren't that.
I'm just saying
I know
there are no 5-star quarterbacks
Right.
from here on out. They're going to sit 2 full seasons.
But
You
he's
pay him too much.
right.
There's too much going on. They want to play. They want to get on the field. They're missing out on all this other stuff. It's just not going to happen.
Yeah,
Kyler did it.
but he's 4-star with a name.
But this is pre getting money for stuff.
Yeah, but if they're still paying you,
If,
I'm
if
just-
Manning
like
is on
if
the
it- if
back of that
Kyler's here
jersey, it's
backing
not
up-
for
I'm
it.
just
Baker
saying they're
for 2
not.
years.
There's just
we may be paying him $3 million
But-
a year to ride the bench.
not every school can do that though. I guess what I'm saying. You can't pay your starting quarterback at Texas
And then
$5 million and then pay his backup $3 million.
right. No, I think you're
Except
right.
Texas can.
I said there's a few schools that can,
Yeah.
but in general,
Even
it's
that's
just
gonna
not
be
going
tough.
to be.
That's gonna be challenged because that guy. I think if he could
And
have
they can just leave.
started, he
They
would
can
have
just
left.
leave.
He
You're
would have
gonna-
left to do something.
You're going to pay him $6 million and then he never
Yeah.
plays for
No,
you.
that ain't gonna happen.
It's
But
just
I
such
don't
a-
think he was worth that much
These multi-year contracts is what's going to be the difference.
if they get to that point. Yeah.
They get to the point where you're signing a 2-year, $5 million deal.
Yeah, but still mean
you
you
can't
play.
just leave after the first year.
No, but didn't mean he played after 2 years. So you can still pay someone $5 million. They never play for you.
Yeah, I don't see that happening very often. That sounds like too much, but I don't know. I think an ideal situation would be a young guy you're paying a lot, and you're hoping he sits and doesn't have to come in. That's the ideal situation.
Well, what about
It's hard to get there.
what about Raiola? He's the can't miss kid in Nebraska. Plays 2 seasons of
Yeah.
mediocre football.
Mm-hmm.
Now he's the backup at Oregon. I guarantee you they paid him $2 or $3 million. to be the
Oh,
backup at Oregon.
I bet it's not that much.
I bet they did.
He wasn't that good. No way.
But he's the same kind of quarterback
No
that
way.
if he
He
had
was a
sat,
top 3 quarterback in his high school.
but if
class.
he could have sat for 2 seasons,
He could have
I
been
think he'd
better.
have had a good season last year too.
Yeah.
They also
Well,
thought
that might be the
Jackson Arnold.
They also thought Dante Moore was coming out.
But Jackson Arnold,
State.
Right.
if Jackson Arnold had another season to sit,
Well, that may be the model, and it'll take a Nagy like guy to say, "Look, here's what we have to do.
I mean that's what
We got to pay the money, but we don't. This guy cannot hit the ground running because he's going to fall on
I
his
mean.
face."
It's reverting back to how it's was supposed to be.
Right.
Anyways,
You also have guys like, Troy Aikman alluded to
Bomar wasn't.
donating a bunch of money to UCLA.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't say who, but then he said, he was there a year and left when he was talking about Dante Moore.
Mm-hmm.
So sounds like Aikman might have fronted up $1 million towards Dante Moore being at UCLA,
Mm-hmm.
and then he had kind of a crappy year.
Which you're not going to get burned. Someone's not going to get burned like that again.
And then
Yeah.
he leaves, and Aikman's like, "I'm never doing that again."
Yeah.
He literally come out and said, "I'm not doing this anymore."
Well, I can't
But
believe
if
he
they get-
admits he's that
if
stupid.
they get the multi-year contracts,
Right.
That would
Right.
be the difference.
Yeah, for sure it would. But that's on Aikman. I mean, you're an
And-
idiot.
and
That's on
some-
Ohio State for doing
and
what they
some
did.
sort of
with you.
completion, some sort of you can't do performance
You
based,
can. You
but
can.
it's got to be some kind of you
NIL,
stayed
It
through
doesn't permit it.
No, I know.
Opposed-
But
certain
that's
amount
what
of
they need to
time
get
or
to. Yes,
something.
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 Something that is, I'm sorry, pay for play the way it is everywhere else, not just pay for projection, which is what it is now. And that's what I think that's what bothers people. Is it pay for projection versus pay for play and performance to actually show up for? I mean, think about how much better of a world it'd be if Ott didn't just get a check to set the bench. And if we could incentivize him to actually get in, assuming he could have gotten in there at the end of the season. So that'd be a big
I
improvement.
don't remember what coach it was, somewhere in the Northeast, but it was kind of refreshing because he was open and honest about it. Like he came out and apologized. He was like, "I lost my football team last year." He was like, "We didn't do a good job of balancing. I've got freshmen coming in that are making more than my junior starter at the same position, And it's just like, and everyone in the locker room, they all start talking. Everybody knows how much people's making or not making. And he's like, I lost my locker room. Like, I don't know how you make a football team work that way when we're having to pay freshmen to come in and you've never seen them play a down in college. You have
I
no
think
idea
that's
if they're going to be
growing
any
up.
good.
I think they got to figure that out. I mean, I could see paying a lot for a freshman, but more like your scenario of we're paying for a guy we're paying for the future. But again, I think what you're getting at is here is the amount you can earn if you get to this point. It's not a guarantee, but it's a guarantee if you achieve this. So the guy in that freshman in that locker room who's a freshman versus that junior, he could look and say, when I'm a junior, I'm going to be making 2x, 3x what you're making if I can get the starting job and produce. That's what it needs to be, not
But I mean,
for showing up.
reverse.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm saying, like, you're paying $800,000 for a freshman left tackle,
Mm-hmm.
and the junior guy is a solid player for you,
Well, he has to start.
and he's making 300,000.
Right.
I mean, Rattler alienated the locker room,
That's right.
not just with his personality, but
With his
also
deals.
because he was getting the deals and nobody else did. But then you bring in a Caleb Williams who supplants him,
Uh-huh.
and Caleb didn't have any deals coming in. I mean,
Coming in,
Coming
I'm not
in,
sure.
didn't.
Yeah.
and then he left obviously after.
Yeah, and that was the start of all of that. So it was
Yeah.
if that
Rattler
were
got
replayed.
Rattler got car deals.
Yeah, if that were replayed, I bet Williams would get deals.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Big deals. And yeah, that was just a couple unique
But
personalities.
like speaking of losing locker room, I mean,
Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely.
that happened that season for sure. Because it
Um,
was like you had probably half and half wanted Caleb to be the guy, and the other half was still a little Rattler.
One other thing, different topic. Did you guys see the Michigan spring game stats?
I saw he didn't complete very many passes.
You should pull those up.
When he like 3
Bad.
for 10 or something like that.
Oh, I think it's even worse. Or maybe it was 3 for 9 for about 9 yards, or it was bad.
Did they
It
say
was
the weather was bad, or
bad.
something?
I don't know. I didn't hear whatever the
Right.
reasoning and excuses were, but it
That's gonna be a tough
it
game.
looked really. I don't know. Based on this, it doesn't look like it's going to be that bad. And there were apparently
also implementing a new offense.
they are
I mean, a whole new team.
they are, but that's a whole new team, and so everyone who wants to say it's Michigan as if we're playing the all stars of the history of Michigan. I mean, let's get some realism here about it. They've got a lot to overcome.
You don't get to be realism.
I
That's
think I
me.
get to be very yeah. So this is
Sounds like a homer take that you
use
think
my high
Michigan's gonna
voice.
suck.
I think it's a
Michigan's
game.
going to suck. Michigan will struggle to win half their games, and we're going to. I mean, I'm not saying 50, half 100 by halftime,
With a guy that's been a
but it's
top 15 coach in the last 5-6 years.
it's going to be a struggle. So it's tough.
I think we have to win that football.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
For this
Oh,
team.
Yeah,
I do
it's gonna
too.
be rough if we don't.
I do too.
Because we could easily lose to Texas again, obviously.
I think we'll be.
And winning at Georgia is nearly impossible.
I think we'll be a 5 or 6
Virginia,
point
Bama.
favorite, and I
Yeah.
think by the end of the
Talking about
season it'll be
Alabama.
head and shoulders.
Didn't we win Alabama last year?
Yeah,
Exactly,
that's what
that's
he's talking about.
Yeah.
But yeah, same
Winning
thing.
in
Though.
Tennessee's almost impossible.
It's just not Georgia's even on a different level than that.
Yeah.
Georgia's got the combination of a difficult environment and a very good team, so that'll be a very.
And I
tough
don't
game.
even know that it's like the crowd or anything is hard. I just think they just are good at defending their home field.
It's kind of like OU.
It's not like this environment's just like,
Yeah,
oh my God.
no, I think it's
what
a
are
lot
we
like
doing here?
OU, where I don't think OU hasn't necessarily been a real hostile place to play from the standpoint of the crowd. It's just that the crowd's good enough, and sometimes it's very good, but the team is really, really good and plays really, really good at home.
I mean,
historically.
We become a great crowd when you show us that you're going all out
Yep,
early in the game and
Yep.
build.
yep,
Texas Tech jump around game. The Iowa State game with Seneca Walls came
Uh-huh.
in and it was all hyped or whatever,
Uh-huh.
dominated them. When Missouri was rolling and they came in, those were great crowds.
yeah.
What game? The Michigan game last year was
I
fantastic.
thought
Yes.
all the games
I mean,
last year were.
Michigan
Yeah, I do
was
too.
phenomenal.
Yeah.
Playoff game.
Yeah.
Obviously, stakes were different, so it was crazy.
Yeah,
But I mean, we've had some good crowds.
we have high
that have
demands,
made
though.
that have made a difference.
Yeah,
But it's like 2 games a season. I feel like
Yeah.
most of the time.
well, we're good enough.
Over
That
the
we don't
years.
lean on that. We don't depend on that.
Yeah.
But no, I don't know. I'm
And we're gonna have
trying to figure out who our
7,000 less seats next season.
next
Is that the number?
Hmm.
Is that no? It's year after.
Yeah,
next.
nothing's happening next season.
Gotcha.
So I'm thinking about the schedule and where I'm going to rank the difficulty of Michigan's dropping on the list. It's tough. It's a road game. It's dropping.
Like 108,000 people or something.
I think
I'll be one of them.
I think you got scary games of like Kentucky's gonna be a whole different team and they're gonna be
It's
rejuvenated.
Kentucky.
You worried about Mark
It's
Soups?
Kentucky.
No, it's not
He's
Mark
gone.
Deuce.
Oh yeah, I forgot he left.
No, Kentucky's not going to be a challenge.
Well, I don't think so either.
Mississippi State.
Are you saying it's going to be hard to get up for those teams?
You
No,
don't
I
think,
think
you don't
those
think
games
Brent
just
can
sneak
control
up
that?
on you.
You don't think Brent's defense can stop his offense?
Yeah.
I don't think that'd be a major problem.
Mississippi State was beating the crap out of a team that beat us. So I mean they had Texas dead to rights. I
I
don't
mean,
even know
Not
how.
interested.
I'm just saying it's not an easy win. It's not the old Mississippi State.
It's not.
Neither is Kentucky.
It's not, but it's not tough. It's a game you got to win. You're going to be a heavy
I know, but
favorite.
you're already 9 games into the season. I don't know. It's just those games are tough to me.
Yeah, it's all relative. I mean, it's it.
Yeah, you're the
There's
same guy that was scared of Arkansas last year.
I know.
Even though he didn't play him.
I'm just saying.
Team you do not want to play. You do
And I
not
would
want to
agree,
play Arkansas.
and I agree with that. Arkansas was actually scary, but not terrifying. I'm not going to agree with that. Like I'd rather play.
The only good thing they had was their offense, and the best part of our team
Yeah,
was our defense.
no, he
So I
wanted
was
to
never
play the
worried about it.
Patriots instead of play
Yeah,
the
exactly.
Razorbacks. But I think
Because you don't get anything for winning.
It wasn't
This
Boise
is a
State.
risk. It's just a huge risk.
I do think it's relative where the days of the cupcakes in the conference are just gone. It's just
In our conference,
yeah.
We're the only
no,
conference
no.
that
I'm
is
saying
out.
this conference.
And we're the only conference that you have to play a Power 5 team in your non-conference
Right.
because the Big Ten hasn't done that.
Yeah.
The 12 isn't doing
The
that.
Big
It's just
the
it's
Big
just tough.
Ten is smart, and they've got 5 football teams, and that's all they care about.
Right.
Yeah.
They've done it right. The Big 12 has a couple, but it's just from money.
Yeah.
For right now, they eventually aren't going to have anybody that's sustainable.
I agree.
Texas Tech oil money.
But
I don't think it's sustainable.
the whole SEC is everyone's spending the money now, and all the kids still want to play in the SEC.
Yeah.
They still know the road
Yeah,
to the
that's the
NFL is the
difference
SEC,
maker.
and so
Yeah.
you're getting players spread out
Mhm.
to start and getting paid, and they're moving around. It's the
Yeah.
parity in the league
So
isn't
you've
even
got-
close.
You've got the Vanderbilt, you've got Mississippi State, even Mississippi fits in this mold. There's a lot of those guys in that middle tier, bottom tier, and they're stealing away players from these other leagues that they want to play in the SEC. And not to mention the fact that they're going to carve out your players who are second string or third
Yeah.
string.
I mean,
they're
South
gonna go pick
Carolina
guys.
had a bad season last year, but even if you just look at their roster, they have like NFL freaks all
Right.
throughout their roster.
I wouldn't say all throughout. I would say they have like 4 guys that are SEC caliber, like could start on any team in the SEC.
Probably had more than that, but
They're not top to bottom.
Well, no, I wouldn't think they're top to bottom. I don't think
I
you're
think-
saying they're top to bottom.
no, but I'm just saying
I mean, they've got 4
it's all over
guys that could play.
for being
Georgias
a
and the-
5-win football team though.
Right.
A 5-win football team in the Big 12 doesn't have anybody on their roster.
Exactly.
Let's go on the end.
Exactly. Yeah.
They've got 4 or 5
Yeah.
Mhm.
that are in the first 2-3 rounds type players.
Yep.
And they're not.
Yep. I think that's true. I think that's the league. Anything else to cover before we wrap up?
Women's gymnastics national championship.
Hey, how about that?
Men fell at the end.
Yeah. Congratulations to the women.
So
Congratulations to the men. That's a good run. But
softball has actually come down to earth.
yeah.
Don't have the pitching
Yeah.
that you have to win the natty. I don't think hitting's there.
Yeah. It's going to take something special happening for them to get to that.
I mean, I see them still making the World Series.
Oh, yeah.
But I just without the pitching, they probably won't win at all.
Right.
But so that's kind of
It's a rebuild year.
To see.
Mhm.
You have a rebuild year, you go to the World Series.
Well, not when not when your starting pitcher can play just about every game
Right.
Yeah.
in that
It's
sport.
that weird sport. Yeah.
Yeah.
Baseball, strong.
Baseball looks good sometimes, has bad luck. The bullpen's not very good.
Yeah. And that was their problem last year, too. Right. Yeah. So,
Well, baseball's hard to get a good bullpen because the best pitchers in baseball go to the draft out of high school.
right.
So you're getting kids from JUCOs that
It's
are proving
the
themselves.
fall off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's still fun to watch.
Fun. Yeah. I'm
Women's tennis won their first ever
That's right.
SEC
SEC title. Yeah.
Well, we've only had a couple chances.
And they won it.
Well, yeah, we did
Win
that.
SEC title.
And then boom, they get it.
So
UFL team coming to Oklahoma City 2028.
Woohoo! Who cares?
I'm gonna say head coach Mike Gundy as offensive coordinator Kel Gundy.
Oh, that reminds me of a story about Kel Gundy for off the pod. So, yeah, a lot going on.
Yeah.
A lot going on. We'll be back in a few weeks to talk some more about where things are headed and progressing, and maybe to get into some other just esoteric off-season type topics. Maybe talk about some things we'd like to see implemented in football and some changes and just be able to spitball some ideas. And then going into summer, hopefully we can get some guests on the pod and before you know it, it's going to be fall time, boys. All right. Until then, Boomer.
Sooner.